Good morning.
Welcome to WRME Live. It is episode 75.
Yes.
And Carl is swamped with contractors, so the blue hair stepped in.
And it's November. Who's ready for turkey and ham? Me.
I have all the Thanksgivings at my house this year, and I'm both excited and already dripping with anxiety. But I like cooking too much to let that anxiety stop me. I like feeding people. Despite being all these limitations, and I'm a CrossFitter, and I'm trying all this be super healthiness, I'm like, there's going to be turkey, and there's going to be like 25 pounds of butter and cheese and sour cream. You're going to waddle your way home. Just full Southern, unfortunately, when it comes to me cooking Thanksgiving. Oh, goodness, it's been a week.
It has been. It is the first Friday.
Oh, yes, first Friday.
We have, for any agents,
Mm-hmm.
we have a CE class today.
Yep. At our office, almost every first Friday, we have a free CE class at 1 o'clock at our office here in Mustang. To open to any agent, you're welcome to RSVP through WRME Live if you're interested. We just want to make sure we have enough head count. But yeah, it's a free CE. Today, 1 o'clock. Today's is a Lose Your License, Lose Your Livelihood 2 CE with Jan Foreman with Old Republic title. And good morning, Robert. I'm glad we got to see you today. Oh, sorry. Focus. But yeah, we're not having one in December because it's December and we've got so many holidays and whatnot. But we start back up, I want to say February is when we're actually starting back up on our CE classes after today. But you're welcome to pop in today if you need that CE, if you just want to, fraternize with other realtors or even just pester Jan Foreman. That little ageless wonder of Jan Foreman. Oh, okay.
We also have an open house this weekend, Sunday from 2 to 4 at 933 North Fair Drive in Oklahoma City. It's a cute little 2-bed, 1-bath, and it's listed for $79.9. So if you know anyone interested, have them swing by.
Beautiful wood flooring. There's a window with a bench seat in the living room, and the living room has closets on either side of that bench seat, so you're going to have plenty of your winter and holiday storage without having to crawl in the attic. And it really is just a beautiful little 2-bed. I believe there's gorgeous wood flooring in that living room too. And you just got to see to believe it. It looks, you look at the outside and it matches all the other houses as far as its template, but when you step inside, there's kind of a little bit of a wow factor because it's different. It's been refreshed on the inside.
Yes.
Well, we have a show. We have several listings, but we have a couple that are Listor Show.
Yes.
Do you guys know what that means?
Some don't.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Erin, but Listor Show means that even if you're the buying side, someone, particularly the listing agent, has to be there when the property is being shown, whether it be residential, commercial, or land.
Right.
Okay, not off my rocker. Yay. But I can think of a dozen negatives to why you, as a buying agent, why you'd be like, I'm not sure I want the listing agent to be there, but you were telling me of quite a few perks.
Yes. Like, for instance, if you're showing home with land. Like, recently I showed a house on 35 acres. Listing agent showed up. It was actually a nice little surprise. They took us out on a side-by-side and actually showed us the boundaries. We went and saw all the lakes, or ponds. One was spring-fed. And they were able to get in contact with the seller right then when we had a couple of questions on some stuff. Mm-hmm. Showed us exactly where their wellheads were. Didn't realize there were 2. Lots of details I couldn't have gotten from the listing paperwork. Mm-hmm. Or my buyer, we have boundaries and we have the guidelines, but sometimes you can't see fence rows or there's not fences. So you don't know where one property starts and the other ends.
And you never know if the buyer might have a question that's not one that's typically on the MLS, like, why don't I see the fence? And
right.
That wound up being shrubbery in her case, but the listing agent was like, oh, you can't see it. In those bushes is the actual fence. It's actually just on the other side, but it is there. And that's kind of a handy thing to know that without climbing through the shrubbery, you wouldn't have probably figured out.
Right. So, it's nice to be able to ask those questions. Or like the one we have office listing. It's a nice, big, expensive house. Mm-hmm. But it has a whole house generator and all kinds of little other quirks that a typical agent just showing it might not know what all this stuff does.
And a seller can ask for the listing agent to be, or someone from their office, to be at every showing, whether it's because they want to make sure all the features are noted or because they're just nervous. They haven't listed their house in forever and they just want to make sure that everything goes smoothly. It's a security or a bit of protection.
Or it could be they have some high-end stuff in there they can't move to storage and they just feel comfortable having the person they know as their listing agent there. So, yes, it's for complicated or special listings. Exactly, Carl. We want to be there to answer those quirky questions that, like, I couldn't walk into a listing and necessarily answer.
It is a special thing. We don't do it on every listing unless there's a real reason. We're not going to be like, okay, this is a $50,000 house that is empty. There's nothing in it and it's being sold as is. I probably don't have to be at every single showing. It would be excessive for that particular type of listing, but land where there's a lot of quirks or there's just so much to go over, because the side-by-side, when we were showing, I remember trying to show 40 acres once, and that would have been a lot easier with a side-by-side than my rain boots and waddling along just kind of get through that field. I'm like, there's a creek over here, I swear.
And I've had an instance before where the first showings, client didn't want me there. Second showing, they asked me I'd be there to answer any questions, because there was some construction and building going on that had been publicly noted, and they wanted me to be able there to ask any questions pertaining to the work that was going out on behind the backyard. So that actually worked out well. The first showing, they got to see the house. Second showings, I was there to answer any of those unusual questions. Like Carl said, complicated situation. They're expanding a turnpike or they're building a new shopping center or whatever it may be. I was able to answer some questions based on what they had given me that they had got from the company building, the PUDs, whatever.
Based on the facts she's acquired from being the listing agent. We try not to do on iffy buts, and we'll let you know if it's rumor or hearsay, and we try not to spread it unless that's all we've got and you're adamant.
Pretty much.
We stick with facts.
Yeah, pretty much we say this is what we know. This is how it is. If we don't know, we
see us.
Oh, wait, we paused.
Okay. There we are. Hi-yo!
Technical difficulties.
I just had to touch it. I just had to touch it. It didn't blow up, but I just had to touch it.
I think that was our shush, and let's get going.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So, anybody have questions or comments? Message us, comment below. We're happy to answer.
Or shoot us an email. I believe it's at
WRME@mainedge.com.
WRME@mainedge.com. But in the meantime, I guess we'll see y'all next week. And until then, this is WRME Live, where we do real world real estate. Real world real estate every day.
I don't do it. All right, bye guys.
I can't do it as good as Carl. Have a great weekend.